France football magazine has just revealed the candidates for the 2023 Ballon d'Or award. And at the forefront of the 30-player list are Lionel Messi and Erling Haaland. Both have enjoyed a great season, leading their respective teams to incredible achievements. But in this video, we'll explain why it's crucial for Haaland to win the Ballon d'Or and why even the world needs a Norwegian to lift the award. No, we're not detractors of Messi. He's probably the greatest of all time, and there's no denying that. However, for different reasons, we believe it might be time for a new player to claim the top spot in world football. Let's begin by comparing their respective performances in terms of statistics and achievements. Erling Haaland, who was just 22 when he signed with Manchester City for £52 million, swiftly silenced his doubters by scoring 9 goals in his first 5 games, including 2 consecutive hat-tricks. Instead of struggling with the transition to English football, he excelled, setting new records with each passing week. By October, Haaland had become the quickest player to score 3 Premier League hat-tricks, achieving this feat in just 8 games. The previous record holder, Michael Owen, took 48 games to accomplish the same for Liverpool. By the end of February, Haaland had scored 27 league goals, surpassing Sergio Aguero's record for the most goals in a single Premier League season for Manchester City. Furthermore, Haaland broke Alan Shearer and Andy Cole's 28-year-old record of netting 34 Premier League goals in a season. He finished the season with 36 Premier League goals in 35 matches, with only 32 starts, averaging a goal every 77 minutes. While it's true that Manchester City was already a formidable team when Haaland joined, he has made them even stronger and less predictable for their opponents. His imposing presence in the penalty area forced opponents to avoid simply defending against City for the entire game. Additionally, his speed deterred teams from employing a high defensive line and pressing City aggressively. Manchester City had never won 3 consecutive Premier League titles before, but Haaland played a pivotal role in achieving this historic feat, making them only the 3rd team to do so after Manchester United in 2001 and 2009. It's hard to imagine if they could have overtaken Arsenal, who led the title race from August until early May, without Haaland's contributions. Furthermore, Haaland was the missing piece in Manchester City's quest to win the Champions League. Despite winning Europe's top prize twice in his early coaching career with Barcelona, Guardiola has been unable to secure it in recent years. He had reached the semi-finals 3 times with Bayern Munich and once with City, but each time fell short. With Haaland on the board, Guardiola finally achieved this coveted title, defeating top teams like Bayern Munich and Real Madrid before ultimately triumphing over a resilient Inter in the final in Istanbul. Manchester City's victory in Turkey made them only the 2nd English team to win the treble, matching Manchester United's accomplishment in 1999, a fact that City fans had longed to celebrate. Now they have their own treble to proudly cherish, and much of the credit goes to Haaland. Even though Haaland had an almost flawless season, he faces a formidable competitor for this year's Ballon d'Or. There's no denying that Messi, a 7-time winner, is undeniably one of the greatest players ever, a mesmerizing footballer who leaves spectators in awe. Indeed, last season, Messi achieved a significant milestone by winning the World Cup with Argentina, which had been missing from his illustrious list of honors, and he played a crucial role in their triumph. However, apart from his World Cup heroics, what else did Messi accomplish last season? His team struggled to secure the Ligue 1 title and suffered an early exit in the Coupe de France round of 16. Moreover, PSG experienced yet another disappointment in the Champions League, which was the primary reason why Messi was brought to Paris. PSG failed to finish at the top of their group, leading to a challenging round of 16 matchup against Bayern Munich. In both matches against Bayern, Messi went unnoticed, much like his performance during their previous season's loss to Real Madrid at the same stage. Messi's campaign effectively came to an end with PSG's Champions League exit, and his last few months at the club were marred by difficulties. He faced criticisms from the club's fans and was chastised by President Nasser Al-Khelaifi for missing training due to commercial commitments in Saudi Arabia. Messi was undeniably the standout player in the World Cup, rightfully earning the Golden Ball. In February, he also received FIFA's The Best Award, largely thanks to his remarkable performances in Qatar. He has already received plenty of accolades for leading his country to victory 9 months ago. However, when the Ballon d'Or ceremony takes place in Paris this October, nearly a year will have passed since the World Cup. Since then, he has left PSG under less than ideal circumstances and is now finishing his career in the MLS with Inter Miami. While he's enjoying his time there, winning the League Cup and garnering attention from celebrities and starstruck fans each week, he's no longer playing at the highest level of club football. His most prominent teammates are also in their mid-30s or beyond. On the other hand, Haaland, at the age of 23, is currently in the prime of his career. He's playing for the top team in the world, in the best league, and under the guidance of the best manager. His record-breaking achievements and recent treble win are still fresh in everyone's minds. He's off to a strong start in the new season, scoring 6 goals in his first 4 matches, including a hat-trick against Fulham in one of his latest games. He was also recently honored as UEFA's Player of the Year and the PFA Player of the Year. Let's face it, Messi is now in football's past, now enjoying a final world tour before his retirement, while Haaland represents the present and the future generation of the game. The only advantage Messi has over Haaland in the race for the Ballon d'Or is his World Cup win, a tournament Haaland couldn't participate in because he wasn't raised in a football powerhouse. In fact, football isn't even the most popular sport in Norway, where winter sports like skiing takes precedence. Norway hasn't quite qualified for the World Cup since 1998, so it seems unfair to favor Messi for the Ballon d'Or based on his performance in a tournament Haaland didn't enter. However, a fair comparison can be made when it comes to the Champions League. The Champions League used to be Messi's domain. He won 4 European titles with Barcelona and ranks the second all-time top scorer in the competition with 121 goals, trailing only Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Haaland's stronghold. Haaland has been enamored with the competition since he was 7 years old, and even has its theme music as his mobile phone ringtone. In a single match against RB Leipzig, he became the first player in 11 years to score 5 times in a knockout game. The last player to achieve this was Messi, and Haaland might have broken that record if Guardiola hadn't substituted him early in the second half. During the same period, when Haaland was making history in the Champions League, Messi was exiting the competition with PSG against Bayern. Manchester City faced Bayern in the next round, and Haaland scored in both legs. While he didn't find the net against Real Madrid in the semi-finals or Inter in the final, his mere presence and reputation intimidated City's opponents in other areas of the pitch, ultimately helping them win the trophy. Messi last won the Champions League in 2015, just before turning 28. It's likely that Haaland will lift the beautiful cup several more times before his career concludes. Messi's era of dominance in world football has been remarkable, but it's winding down, and we are now entering the Erling Haaland era. What better way to commemorate it than by awarding him the Ballon d'Or? Aside from changing nationalities, he could hardly have done more to deserve it. The thing is that the Ballon d'Or isn't a lifetime achievement award. After the World Cup win, the main discussion was whether Messi should win the Ballon d'Or. Half a season has been pending since December, and it might be unfair to suggest that Messi should win based on his career and past performances, as it's meant to go to the best player in the 2022-23 season. As explicitly stated in the rules, that player is not Lionel Messi. Whether you like it or not, it's time to turn the page. We understand it might be challenging to move past the Messi-Ronaldo era, but it's important to recognize that football is a dynamic sport that's always changing. And to be fair, we might never see 2 legends dominate the most popular sport in the world for such a long period again. By letting go of the past, we open the door to new, incredible talents who will become the new icons we need. Ultimately, this transition to a new generation of players will be rewarding for all football fans and enthusiasts of the sport. Do you agree with us? Please let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. We've also picked the perfect video for you to watch next. So enjoy that one. Thank you for your support.